Ten Best Picks presents the top 10 best HDMI splitters. Starting at number 10. 4K at 60Hz HDMI Switch. The Nucare HDMI Switch is a great choice for you if you're on a budget or if you have a smaller setup. It supports 4K at 60Hz, HDMI 2.0, HDCP 2.2. It also can handle 12-bit deep color and 18 Gbps throughput. In short, it can do anything the others can do, but it only has 3 inputs. It's great for smaller setups, but only for smaller setups. Plus, the inputs and outputs are on opposite sides of the box, which makes cable organization a challenge. You also need to keep this box accessible because there's no remote. A button on top of the unit switches the feed, and the box can auto-switch when it detects an active signal. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. At number 9. Zettaguard 4-Port 4x1. The Zettaguard 4K HDMI switcher was also one of our favorites. It has a premium look and feel that comes from its all-aluminum build. Our reviewer, Emily, tested this and she writes, "We also had a good experience with the 4K film content we streamed on our PC. The HDR coloring really made the video pop, and we were able to play back our HDCP 2.2 reliant videos. Dolby Trued lets us hear the audio with remarkable fidelity to the original recording. If the switcher also functioned as an audio splitter, it would have been a comprehensive solution." One of the other features that we enjoyed is the PIP preview mode with the included remote, which puts all 4 feeds up on your screen at the same time. Plus, all the inputs and outputs are on the back, making it much easier to manage cable organization. This switcher also supports HDR, HDCP 2.2, and Dolby True HD. An indicator light on the front indicates which input is active, which is a nice extra touch. Number 8 of my list. Kinivo HDMI Switch 4K. Expanding your HDMI port selection from 1 to 5 is exactly what makes an HDMI switcher so powerful. The Kinivo 550BN supports up to 5 HDMI inputs for a single output. 2 of those cables go on the sides, which Kinivo did to make the box as small as possible, but in doing that created some cable organization difficulties. It'd be one thing if both sides were inputs, but one side has an output, which means that side always has to have a cable running from it. Our reviewer Emily tested the switcher along with a Benq HT3550 4K projector. The projector only has one input, so it's a perfect use case for a switcher. She found the 9-second auto switch to be convenient, if a tad slow by modern standards. She found the lack of picture-in-picture to be disappointing. The remote is handy, though, if you don't want to wait for an auto switch. Coming at number 7. JTech Digital JTD 4K SP0108. This 1x8 works flawlessly, says one happy purchaser. Another calls it a home run. According to one reviewer, "I've tried so many other splitters before this and always encountered a problem, but I've finally found a splitter that works. Users are impressed that it generates very little heat for its size. I almost never turn the JTech HDMI splitter device off," says one reviewer, who also notes that there is no apparent loss of picture quality, regardless of the number of output device hookups being used at the same time. HDMI Splitter is a product which can distribute HDMI signal without loss to one or more display terminal device such as HDTV. It can optimize your home theater system to the best effect. Fully HDMI 1.4 HDCP 1.4 specification compliant. Supports 4K at 60 HZYUV 420. Supports TMDS up to 10.2 Gbps. It is applicable to source device and high-definition display terminal device such as Blu-ray players and HDTV, which have HDMI interfaces or digital interfaces. Supports high resolutions up to 4K x 2K at 60 Hz YUV 420, including 480IP, 576IP, 720IP, 1080i, 1080p. Supports 12-bit deep Full HD, Full 3D and 4K x 2K video. Supports LPCM 7.1, Dolby True HD, Dolby DTS Plus and DTS HD audio. At number 6, 1080p, 1x8 HDMI Splitter. Maybe you own a sports bar and you want to put the game on lots of TVs, or maybe you have some other reason to watch 8 screens at once. This is your splitter. 77% of reviewers gave it 5 stars, and over 100 specifically praised the OREI 1x8's ability to split the signal with no loss of picture or sound quality. Best HDMI splitter ever. There is no loss in picture or audio quality, says one reviewer. Another admits he would have no idea it was being split so many times. Splits full HD 1080p HDMI signal to 8 HDMI displays completely, has the ability of buffering and amplifying. Plug and play. Connects 8 HDMI TVs at the same time to the same video source. It will output the same resolution to all displays. Recommended cable length to be no more than 30 feet to get the optimal picture quality. And longevity of the product. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Halfway of my listed number 5. Zettaguard 1x4. Over half of the ratings of the Zettaguard ZW1x4 HDMI splitter report that it works great with an abundance of exclamation points. One reviewer bought it for a Super Bowl party to sync up 2 televisions, and it worked perfectly, and another reports that setup was effortless and the quality is superb. The Zettaguard supports the same high-resolution picture and audio as the others, and reviewers report that it's smart-looking, extremely well-made and well worth the extra couple of dollars. Another admits that she's not sure how we got along without it before. 1x4 HDMI splitter allows one HDMI input signal to be split into 4 HDMI output signals, identical to the input signal. This product is not a HDMI switch, but a HDMI splitter. Please read product page details for more information on the product before purchase. Support HD resolution up to 4K x 2K at 30 Hz, 1080p at 120 Hz, and 1080p 3D at 60 Hz. Supports lower 1080i, 720p, 480IP resolutions. Support 3D deep color 36-bit, 48-bit. Coming in at number 4 of my list, KELIIYO HDMI Splitter 1 and 4. For those who have more to split, a 1x4 setup will allow you to hook up your main source to 2 more destinations than a 1x2, with no loss of quality up to 100 feet. Many reviewers mentioned its prowess across multiple monitors. It has no problem streaming my 4 TVs, and the picture quality is awesome, says one reviewer. Another reported that this splitter worked flawlessly for mirroring screens to different areas, both for regular use or gaming. And no less than 7 karaoke professionals and enthusiasts report that it works great for putting the lyrics on several monitors. This product was just the ticket, says 1KJ. This HDMI Splitter 1 input 4 output duplicate 1 HDMI input signal to 4 identical HDMI output signals, transmit video and audio simultaneously without any quality loss. Not HDMI Switch 4 input 1 output, can't switch 4 signal source on one display. KELIIYO 4-way HDMI Splitter supports full HD 1080p and 3D resolutions. It can reach up to 4K at 30 Hz, deep color 408i 576i 576p 720p 1080i 1080p. Work perfectly with computer, laptop, PS3 game, Blu-ray DVD, tablet PC, projectors, full HD TVs, etc. Please make sure the resolution of both output devices is the same to ensure normal operation. At number 3. Kinivo HDMI Switch 4K. Our setup has multiple Nintendo gaming consoles, Roku, DVD player all go into the Kinivo 550BN switch, which then feeds into a Yamaha soundbar via a single HDMI cable, and from the soundbar a single HDMI output to the wall-mounted TV, one reviewer writes. Despite all those devices, the Kinivo means there's only one cable running to the TV. Another reviewer is equally pleased, explaining we had a TV with 3 HDMI inputs, but 5 devices that we had to continually switch HDMI cables in and out of. Now with this thing I'm able to leave everything hooked up, and it all works beautifully. Connect 5 HDMI input devices to a single output display, helping reduce clutter from wires being fed into your experience your favorite media through advanced crystal clear true 4K 60Hz resolution HDR, Dolby Vision and immersive 3D content can switch automatically, allowing you to enjoy your media instantly without the fuss of setting up. Manual switching can be done by IR remote. Not all devices support auto switching for EG. Apple TV, Xbox One, PS4, Roku, etc. Coming at number 2. HDMI Splitter 1 and 2. Says one reviewer about the Zettaguard 1x2. Users report great picture quality and ease of use with multiple formats, and they love the simple fact that it works just as described, saying things like, does exactly what it should do. Worked exactly as I hoped. Exactly what I wanted, and works as intended. Plus, there's a 24-hour customer service line, should you have any trouble. HDMI Splitter 1 and 2 out. Zettaguard's 4K HDMI splitter is to connect one HDMI source to play simultaneously on two HDMI TVs or monitors, presenting impressive high-definition video and audio with no signal lost and no delay. Easily duplicate your Fire TV to different rooms. 4K at 30Hz HD pictures. Zettaguard's 4K HDMI splitter supports different resolutions, display up to 4K, including 3D, 4K, 1080p at 60Hz, 1080p at 30Hz. In order to get the highest resolution of this HDMI splitter, you need to use a high-speed HDMI 2.0 standard cable-wide compatibility using the latest HDMI splitter chip. This 4K HDMI Splitter 1 and 2 out is compatible with most devices with standard HDMI interface, including Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4, PS4 Pro, Blu-ray DVD player, satellite receiver, PC, laptop, and etc. And number 1. OREI HDMI Splitter 1 and 2. This beautifully crafted OREI splitter works flawlessly. Thank you, Universe, says one 5-star review, and that seems to be the overarching sentiment about this 1x2 splitter, which also comes in 1x4 and 1x8 configurations, and which supports the highest available resolutions and all available audio options. Over 300 reviews mention how easy it is to install and use, and over 100 marvel at the excellent picture quality. I had no picture issues. Both screens looked like the original video, and there was no video or audio lag, reports one happy purchaser. Even with a 50-foot HDMI cord, says another, it never loses video signal, nor is there a degradation in video quality. Several reviewers also mention their fondness for the unit's individual LED lights. All 3 connections have a dedicated red color LED to show you the cable is properly connected. Nice. As one reviewer very succinctly states, it's the best purchase I've ever made. Editor's note. 2 newer versions of the OREI HDMI splitter are also well reviewed. The main difference is that these versions support HDMI 2.0, which allows you to transfer at up to 18 Gbps speeds, compared to HDMI 1.4's 10.2 Gbps. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, share this video and hit the like button.